Hey everyone, I hope you had a good Christmas and Boxing Day if you celebrate that. And welcome to the Steam Winter Sale, where I thought I would show quickly every single game that's on my wish list that's at least 40% off or higher. Obviously this list is extremely personal to me, but as someone that picks up loads of weird games that people might not know about, I thought it might be interesting. So I'll just quickly show every single one as we go with a couple of screenshots. So kicking off with Copy Kitty, a action platformer, and that's 75% off, £3.19. Looks quite cool. Then we've got Beacon, which has been in early access for ages. This is an action roguelike with procedural generation, again 75% off. Love the aesthetic of that game. Then we've got Venieth. Oh, I've probably butchered that. I just like games where, like, marble platformers, and this has like ray tracing galore all over it. So this is giving me good golden shiny PS2 vibes. Again, that was 75% off. 75% off as well for Unicorns on Unicycles. I played a demo of this a while back and I was a bit like nonplussed, but at 75% off, this is a good party edition, I think, potentially. Serial Killers is 70% off, or 75% off if you're getting the bundle, and I highly recommend Sunday Gold, so that's why I'm saying like potential bundle. Here, again, action stealth game, clear up your murders. This is the kind of game my mum would love. Oh, cleaning as a game. She still holds the record on Wishy Washy on iToy for PS2. Potion Blast, 70% off. Again, 4-player local multiplayer 2D brawler style with lots of different rule changes, potions and things that you can do. So 70% off. Looks like another one to be added to my local multiplayer fun. And so potentially could this one be Wanba Warriors. So this is fighting, but it's with calligraphy pens. And at 69% off, £1.32, I feel like that is worth a punt to see what on earth that's all about. Then, so this is a bundle collection. And it's a collection of several different games altogether, depending on what bundle you're getting, about 63% off. But anything by Alice and Smith so far is normally an alternative reality game. So you'll start off inside the game, but then it will send you to, air quoting here, real world websites for you to then go and like find information and like go on Wikipedia and stuff like that and try and find like citations of stuff. So it takes you in and out of the game. Now I love these types of things. They don't come around very often and I only hear good things about them. So it's 63% off for the whole bundle. This game itself specifically is 50% off. Next up is The Veil, Shadow of the Crown, 65% off. This is an action RPG told entirely through sound. So it's like a choose your own adventure audiobook. So yeah, again, I'm quite intrigued with these games that are just purely audio only. And as an audiophile, it really interests me. So 65% off, intrigued. Next up is Firefox. No, that would be the browser. Fixfox, 65% off. Cute fox fixes things. Alliteration. Mixture of a exploration game, a little bit of point and click adventure, and some puzzle solving in there too. This next game is not necessarily like 60% off it on itself, but it's part of a bundle that's 62% off, which is why it's so high on my wish list, because it comes with Stranded Sails, Explorers of the Cursed Islands. I do quite like Stranded Sails as a game, so like as a duo I think that's a really great buy for the pair. If you're just buying Spells and Secrets, it's only 25% off, which is essentially let's go and build your own little mini magic school. And that looks quite cool in itself. I'm interested in the game, but I was getting a big bundle discount because of that Stranded Sea stuff. On to 60%, and this is Tony Stewart's All-American Racing. I've heard good things about this game, despite me thinking, oh no, it's another Monsters Games racer, because they all kind of feel okay-ish, but apparently this one's one of the better ones that they've done. so far. Also lots of DLC at 60% off too. So yeah, Dirt Track Oval Racing. So long as you know that going in and you're not expecting it to turn right at any point in the game, I think you'll be okay. Monster Hunter Rise. I know there's a new Monster Hunter game that's been announced, but this is 60% off, or you can get it with Sunbreak and get it as 50% off combined. I'm so far behind on Monster Hunter games. I still need to play the one before this on PS4, and there's the Monster Hunter Stories games as well, obviously, as well. So I need to Monster Hunt my ass off, but 60% off on my wish list. Same with another bundle here, the Pixel Junk Party Bundle, 60% off for Pixel Junk Eden, superb game. Num Num Galaxy, very, very good game. Pixel Junk Scrappers Deluxe, I've not heard many good things about it. It could be the dark, not the black sheep is what I was trying to say. Not the dark sheep, of Q Games' Itinerary and Library. So it's a 2D beat 'em up, collect rubbish as you go along, apparently very, very basic. And that might be because it went to different platforms before it came to PC and console. So yeah, there we go with that. Blood Nova is 60% off. This is a point and click adventure, reminding me of the early 90s of pixel graphics and point and click adventures. But this is all about sci-fi intrigue and an awful lot of purple. 60% off for Dwee Mixed Thwee Pack. This is a psychedelic vaporwave absolute atrocity in how it looks and feels, which makes me excited. So yeah, we'll see how we get on with that. 60% off for the game itself. Yeah, these games are generally quite weird. So I look forward to diving into those. Tabernacle is next, and I keep thinking that this game is Dungeon Defenders, but it's not. It is its own game. It's tower defense co-op, 1 to 4 players, running around keeping your tavern alive. 60% off. Some other bundles that it comes with as well, but I don't actually know any of those other games to comment. Darkest Dungeon 2 is 25% off, or if you've never played a Darkest Dungeon game before, 60% off for the pair, and if you haven't, that is a great deal, because Darkest Dungeon 1 is an absolutely stunning game. This is a turn-based tactics roguelike game with the very oppressive but beautiful graphics. I played the demo for Darkest Dungeon 2, and I was less excited about the rocketing around in your little cavern thing before then going off into battles. It felt like they'd stretched the game out in the wrong place. But that was just my personal opinion. But yeah, Darkest Dungeon 2, available now, a discount. F1 Manager 23, I don't know what to say about this game. This is as close as I've come to biting so far. I found the first game was entertaining, but very repetitive. I imagine this game will be exceptionally similar. It didn't look like they really did anything tangibly different that made it stand out for me. But you know me, I'm a sucker for F1. I will get drawn in eventually, and 60% off or 65% off for the Deluxe, which gives you the scenario pack. That may intrigue me enough. We'll soon see. Next up is Astronomo, which is a cooperative kind of bridge builder style game, but it also allows you to create other things too, like contraptions. But think of bridge builder games, but building contraptions, and that's Astronomo. Now, it's not got a discount on its own merit because it's only just released into full access or full version, but 55% off as part of a bridge bundle. Or if you've never played Cake Bash and Get Packed, both have got reviews on my channel. They are both fantastic local multiplayer games, and with Astronomo as part of a trio, 62% off, stunning games, the other two, and Astronomo I've only heard good things on them too, so that would be a well worth bundle to grab. Grand Cross Renovation is a shoot 'em up bullet hell game, and if I remember rightly, this is made from, yes, the shooting game bundle. A builder, sorry, which I've now played a couple of games built on that platform or engine, and they all handle and play very, very well. So I'm looking forward to this. 55% off, Nice and juicy price-wise. Byte Links is a base-building RTS game, tower defense elements, but you don't move any units around in your battle because you're building defences to try and repel things back and take over the land, is from what I understand from this game. 55% off. Very cheap for the amount of game that it's looking like providing. End of This World is a match 3 game, all about match freeing various things to help you survive the end of the world. I just love disaster movies and ridiculous things like that, so this is very much a match 3 made for me at 51% off, 44p, what's not to love. 50% off for Rise to Ruins. This is a tower defense colony sim where you need to look after your town during the day. Oh, sorry, build it up during the day and then defend it at night. So thumbs up from me, especially at that price. Thank you very much. Is there more of a bundle? Yes, there is, but I don't know anything about those two games, so I won't comment. Ha ha ha. Aha. Oh, these are the other games in the Alison Smith alternative reality game bundle. So the Black Watchman, 50% off on its own, or part of the Alison Smith investigation games at 63. And the same for Ainero. Oh, I probably butchered that. Oopsie. Again, same, 50% off. Victoria 3. Nope, you've not had 3 daughters called Victoria. These are grand strategy games with some political intrigue. So 50% off for the actual game itself, or if you're looking at the Victoria series, and I don't own the Victoria series at all, I might invest, if I'm feeling particularly flush, in a 72% off collection, because previous Victorias seem to have more of a positive opinion than this one. But I do like the look and feel of this, and having watched a few kind of explainer videos about what it's all about, hopefully it still scratches an itch for grand strategy people. Dyson Ranku Perfect 4.0. This has been on my wish list for years. I still won't get it at 50% off. It's got a terrible translation into English apparently, but it's a hex grid Japanese war strategy game about lots and lots of tanks. I was looking to try and get this on PlayStation 3 or 4. I think, no, it was on PlayStation 3 and Vita, and then it came to PlayStation 4, and I was going to import it, but it was like £100, and I was like, I will not pay that for a game that I'll never know how to play. Then I saw it was translated to English. Yay! Spellcaster University. Build your own 2D Hogwarts. Why not? 50% off. Looks quite cool. I initially added this game to my wish list because I thought it was a fighting game called Biryani. True story, bro. One-on-one indie fighting game where you can play as people called Dre and Joe, Tonio and Aurea. Anyway, my main worry with this is that it's been in early access since 2019, so yay, but 50% off is much more of a punt to take. Panzer Paladin. Bring me your Mega Drive era 2D platformer with mechs in, why don't you? Looks quite cool. Again, 50% off. Near bad, near bad. This is My Land Survival. I love the aesthetic of this with all of its Native American tribalness, for want of a better phrase. 50% off. I'm sure, again, this has been cheaper, but I don't know. I might take the punt on that soon. Chef Life, a restaurant simulator, 50% off. 50% off as well with the pizza DLC attached, Al Forno. I've heard the PlayStation version of this game is absolutely bugged to ridiculousness, so that's why I'm looking at getting this on PC. Generally, that plays into my I'm moving back to PC gaming over PlayStation anyway, because I'm getting really frustrated. PS5 has been the biggest disappointment in terms of consoles for me ever, I think. And it's pushed me back to PC gaming, particularly since you don't really own digital games that you get. End of rant. Crusader Kings 3, 50% off. Oh my godness. Would you like some game with that DLC? It's one of those games where I just know that I would get suckered into it for years, though. Dino Hazard. So this is a 2D RPG, like trying to look like a 16-bit RPG, but the premise seems to be Jurassic Park as a 16-bit RPG. So looking forward to that. 50% off. This isn't necessarily part of the digital sale either. It just literally released and has got a couple of weeks of its initial launch at half price. So yay. Terradrome is a 2D beat 'em up, inspired by lots of horror movies. So yeah, looking forward to that. Again, that's been in early access for several years, so take it with a pinch of salt. Surabaya Inferno is a historical RTS game that tries to help you keep independence in Indonesia. Includes lots of fire. So yeah, 50% off, but quite juicy. What comes after? 2D interactive cartoon. Story focused. 50% off. £2. Doesn't look like she leaves the train. Colour Breakers is a collaborative party game, 50% off. The idea is to colour in all of the playing area. I'm assuming it implies that you all colour it together and it's not like a war of who colours most wins. So yeah, might be missing a good mode there. Crimson Tactics. So this is 50% off. And I think the reason why this has got such negativity around it is I believe the developers pulled this game's part 1 of 2, but didn't tell anyone that kickstarted it, as if they pulled the development short to try and cash in and get out. So this has stayed on my wish list longer than I initially wanted it to, because it looks like a very, very good strategy RPG or tactical RPG. But yeah, don't like that lack of transparency, apparently. Waves of Steel is a naval combat game, but souped up to 11. So instead of it being slow and methodical, you're kind of bombing around trying to kill everyone with your submarines and ginormous ships. So that appeals to my ridiculous arcade nature. 50% off. Nearly there. Come on. Demio. So I've been umming and ahhing with this because this runs in both standard and VR modes as a turn-based tactic dungeon crawler. And I was going to get this for PSVR, but considering I'm probably not going to get PSVR 2 anytime soon at its prices, I thought, well, do you know what? I'm more likely to get VR and PC, considering I'm now gravitating back to PC gaming. 50% off. Juicy. Forza Horizon 5, 50% off on all of its different versions. I've still not played Forza Horizon 4 yet, which I bought last year. Long Winter. This game's confused me. So in early access, has been for a wee while, 50% off, which is the deepest I think I've ever seen it. So it's an open world multiplayer sandbox gardening-y type game, which is fine. I really like the aesthetic of this. I don't like the fact that it's online only. Rune Factory 5. I do like a Rune Factory RPG and at 50% off. This is looking quite juicy for me with the digital deluxe version. Why not, why not, why not? Although if that just brings me lots of swimsuit costumes, less excited. But I do like a Rune Factory game. Proper old farming-y RPG. Checkmate Showdown, 50% off. This is a chess game where you then break into a 2D fighter, like beat 'em up, when you decide to move pieces next to each other. I tried to explain that to my other half, and he was like, what? And seemed genuinely disgusted that this game existed, which is going to make me buy it. Ha ha ha. Harvestella, Squeenix, JRPG crossed with farming sim. Looks very pretty. I hear it's a lightweight, very strung out version of both a JRPG and a farming sim, but I don't know, it gives me good, happy vibes, that game. 50% off for for Cross Dreams. Now apparently the multiplayer version of this is slightly balked and dodge, but in terms of it actually being a proper good like battling, at least for local multiplayer arcade puzzle game, I hear good things on it. 50% off for Katana Rama as well. Action roguelike arcade game. Really like the chunky pixels for that. The Oregon Trail, 50% off. We played the Oregon Trail lots of times. This looks like a very nice polished version of it, or at least the most polished version I've seen so far. 50% off. The Great Western Front. Played a demo of this, really liked it, got very confused. 50% off for both the Western Front and the Victory Edition. I think it would be a great investment for anyone that likes a turn-based strategy game. Shopping Spree Extreme. Quite how this is a simulation. I've got no idea. But it's basically Supermarket Sweep as a multiplayer game is what I gather with that. 50% off. NASCAR Arcade Rush. This game looks disgraceful. And the percentage I think is like down at the 30%. Yeah. Ouch. Not good. But I'm morbidly curious. I don't know if I'm morbidly curious at that price though. We'll see. Qmart Remastered, 50% off. This is a weird like you can solve something any way you want puzzle game. So yeah, intrigued. Again, that's 50% off, as is Intervallic, which is a action rhythm game. Again, early access. No one's reviewed that one. Oh dear, 50% off. But yeah, that looked like an interesting mashup. You know me, I love a rhythm game. I'll buy them all. Onirism is a very beautiful looking action adventure game. All around using your toys to beat up things in early access. Has been since 2019. That's a long time. 45% off though. Then we've got There Is No Light Enhanced Edition, 45% off. This is a Souls-like RPG. Love the art style of this game. I've been meaning to picking it up for a while, so at that price may well do so. 45% off. Asterigus, I've probably butchered that. Curse of the Stars. Don't know why that's down at mixed. 45% off. There is 40% off the Deluxe Edition, 35% off the Ultimate Edition. Again, I've heard great things about this. Looks proper cool. Anyone who's a fan of Pang, Boing Bang Adventure, 45% off. Toho Mystia's Izakaya. Let's do a Izakaya management game for £2.84. Let me just check. Oh good, there is actually English in there. Thank God for that. I was about to go, ouch. Go Umineko Golden Fantasia, 40% off. 2D anime fighting game. It just looked like it had really cool style. I'd never heard of it before, so 40% off, who knows? Grounded, The Borrowers, as an open world survival game. Why not? Again, only heard good things of that recently, 40% off. Out There, Oceans of Time, I've not heard only good things about, 40% off. I've got the original Out There, but I've been kind of put off getting this because of its mixed reception, so 40% off for that. And then we've got the 3 Etrian Odysee games, 1, 2 and 3, 60% off for the bundle, 40% off each one individually. Again, Etrian Odysee games. I feel like, so I don't really like dungeon crawling RPGs, but I feel like if I'm ever going to get into them, this would be the series that I should start at to try and sort myself out with them. Dungeon Quest Treasures is also, I think, 40% off. Yes. Party-based RPG. I need to feature more RPGs on this channel. It's just that they're very long to play and I don't have much time, and I try to get out a video every other day or so at worst, so they take time. Yomi 2, really liked the original Yomi, interested to see how this game develops, 40% off. Ninja or Die, 50% reviews. Again, fast-paced roguelike. Oop, looking very good, 40% off. Nearly there, nearly there. Loop 8. I think this is actually cheaper on the PlayStation Network's sale. I think it's $17.99 there. JRPG, but just as much actually a visual novel-y style game. Little Friends Puppy Island. Yes, I will buy games with dogs in. Yes, I'm 40 next year. I don't care. 40% off as well. It's like it's fate. I don't know if I'll buy it for that price though. Does look cute. And last but not least, a part of the Saturn Tribute games, Batsugan. 40% off. That looks proper cool. And there we have it. That's everything on my Steam wish list that is at least 40% off. I'm so sorry that was a hugely long video. Hope that was interesting and you found something else to stick on your wish list. Take care.